up Max from school today, right? I'd like a ride back home too today. That'd be okay, right? My softball practice got canceled, so I can go back home early today. I'll wait with Max at the usual pickup spot.
You didn't tell me this in advance, though, Chloe. I always told you that you need to tell me about these kinds of things in advance. I'm not going to give you a lift home with Max. You're going to have to find your own way home. I don't even know why you bothered asking me about this in the first place. It should be obvious that this is not an okay thing to be asking me for.
Wait, you're not serious, are you? You're actually gonna say no to this? I just found out that my practice was canceled this afternoon. That's why I couldn't tell you about it in advance. Also, why am I not allowed to come home with you guys? It doesn't make much sense at all to me. There's plenty of space in your car. And you're coming here to pick up Max anyway. We're family, aren't we? Please, would you just give me a ride home?
Well, it's some precious father-son bonding time, so I don't really want you coming to intrude us. There are other reasons why too, but I don't have the obligation to tell you at all.
What are you talking about? It's just a ride back home. You guys spend lots of time together anyway. Could you please just let me come home as well? I'm tired from school today, and I just want to get back home as soon as possible. I have a bunch of homework too.
I already told you that I can't do that. Stop being so persistent about this. I also don't like you talking back to me and just assuming that I'll do things for you. You need to know your place in this family. Just come back home on the bus or something like you usually do. That's the end of this conversation.
Okay then. I really don't think that this is right though. The bus is crowded and costs money too.
Oh, just shut up and stop complaining about this. One more word and you're really gonna regret it, Chloe.
Hey, Dad. Where are you right now?
Why, Chloe? What is it this time? I don't really have the time to be texting you like this.
I'm sorry to bother you. I forgot to bring my key with me again. I'm really sorry about this. I'm actually locked out of the house right now. Do you think I could come borrow your key or something? I'm starting to get cold and hungry, so it'd be nice if you let me borrow your key.
I'm actually busy right now, so I'm not really sure I can do that for you. I'm meeting at a restaurant with your brother Max. I brought him here because I felt like he's been getting a little thin lately. I'm worried about his health, as I want him to grow up and become strong and muscular like me. Anyway, you're just gonna have to wait till we finish eating.
Oh? Really? You guys are eating out today. That sounds nice. I haven't actually eaten dinner myself. Where are you guys eating at?
Well then, maybe you should go and get something to eat. Why are you asking me where we're eating? I have absolutely no obligation to answer that question for you.
Okay, fine. I'll go and grab something to eat myself then. So, when will you be coming home, Dad? I'm locked outside and I can't get in. Could you at least give me an approximate time? I'll come back home when you guys do then.
Oh my god. Are you expecting me to come home and open the door for you? How old are you now? I thought that you would be a lot more independent by now. Why should I drop everything to come and help you? I'm busy eating, you know. Were you not listening to what I was just saying to you? Please, would you just leave us alone? We're having an important bonding session out here.
No, it's fine. I understand. You go ahead and enjoy your meal. I was just wondering when you'd come home.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. After we're done eating, we're going to do a little bit of shopping. I was thinking of buying some protein and weightlifting equipment for Max.
Oh, so you guys are going shopping together? That sounds like some fun. Can I come with you guys?
Why do you need to come with us? Is there any reason to do that?
Okay, I'm sorry. I never should have asked then. Can I at least come and see you to pick up the keys? Just tell me where the restaurant is and I'll be there.
It's okay, Chloe. We need some time on our own anyway. Why don't you go over to one of your friends' houses and stay there for a while or something? Or maybe you could just wait outside until we get back. We won't be that long and it'll be a good lesson for you. It'll teach you not to forget your key again. You're the one in the wrong for forgetting your key anyway.
Do I have to do that? Can't I just come and join you guys? It's kind of cold outside, and I'd really like to just go inside.
I already told you earlier that you aren't welcome to join. Just wait there then. We won't be long.
Okay, fine. I'll wait here if I have to then.
That's a good girl. You just wait until we get back. This will teach you not to ever forget your key again. You should be grateful that I'm teaching you these valuable lessons. Chloe, can you please remember that you need to buy a new softball uniform? You really need the full uniform if possible.
Yes, I'm sorry, Coach. It slipped my mind. I'll remember to do that.
I know your old uniform has become too small for you, so I've allowed you to come to practice in your gym clothes for a while. However, it's already been a few weeks and I think that's too long. I've warned you a couple of times about this already.
I'm really sorry about that. I promise this time that I'll get a new uniform. I've just been busy, that's all. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
Well, I've asked you about this a couple of times already. Are you having any problems at home? Is that what this is? If your relationship with your parents are not good, then maybe I could ask them on your behalf. If you need any help, then feel free to ask me.
No, I get along with my father pretty well. Don't worry about it. I can talk to him about this, and I'm sure he'll buy me it. I just haven't found the time recently. I'll do it as soon as possible. I'll try to come to practice in full uniform as soon as possible. I'm sure my father will understand if I explain the situation to him.
Okay, well, please do it as soon as possible. It's really important that you wear the correct clothes to school. It's not fair for the rest of your teammates either. They're always practicing in full uniform.
Yes, everything that you're saying is correct. I'll try to correct this as soon as possible.
Where the hell are you, Chloe? What do you think you are doing?
I'm still at school right now. I told you that we have evening classes today.
I don't recall you telling me about this at all. Do you really have to stay at school? Is it really that important? Your brother Max is here at home and he hasn't eaten properly. He's getting thinner and thinner. I need you to come home and cook for him right now.
Today is the day that I stay at school for extra class. I thought you knew about it. It's important for my education and I like doing it too. Can you guys just get takeout or wait for me to come home to cook dinner? I really can't come home immediately though.
Do you think I've memorized which days you stay at school? I've got more important things to think about. If you were going to stay at school, then you should have told me yesterday. I really don't know why I have to even be saying this to you.
I'm sorry. I know you've got things to think about. I just thought you knew about this as it's every week. I am sorry.
I really wish you'd think of your family members first and tell us about these things.
I'm sorry. I really am. I promise I'll make sure to tell you in advance from next time.
Don't let it happen again. I'm going to be very angry if this happens again.
Okay. I'm definitely going to be careful from now on. Hey, Dad? There is something else I need to talk to you about. My coach told me I need to get a new softball uniform if I want to keep on practicing with the team. Do you remember I talked about this with you? You said you'd buy me one. Do you think that you could buy it for me at some point this week? The coach really wants me to get it done as soon as possible. We have a game coming up and I can't play if I don't have a uniform.
A new softball uniform? Why do I need to pay for that? Can't you just keep using the uniform that you already have? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
The one I have is getting really small. I almost don't fit in it, so it's time to get a new one. There's also a couple of holes in it, so it's not really that usable at all. For the past few weeks, I've been wearing my gym clothes, but the coach says I need to get a new uniform.
It's too small. How? You're not exactly that big. How much have you grown since last time? You're not just making this up, are you? I bet you that you're lying about this so that you get to pocket the money.
No, I don't have any intention of doing that. You can just hand me the uniform. You don't need to hand me the money to buy it if you don't trust me. My uniform really is too small for me and I need a new one. I can show you later if you don't believe me. It really doesn't fit at all. Also, I wouldn't lie to you about something like this.
You're just going to have to make do with what you've got, I'm afraid. I don't have any spare cash, and I certainly can't afford to buy you a new softball uniform.
I don't think that's possible, as it's really getting too small for me. There's no way I can keep using it.
I'm already sending your brother to programming classes and a private tutor. I'm also paying for his personal trainer, too. Why did you think that I could afford to buy you a new uniform? Do you know how much money I earn? It's certainly not enough to be handing you money for basically no reason at all.
But I've been wearing the same uniform for 3 years. I need to get a new one. This isn't for basically no reason at all. Not only does it look weird, I can barely move around in it. I won't be able to practice or play matches if I don't get a new uniform.
Well, then maybe you should go and earn your own money. Then you can buy one yourself. Your brother is more important than you, so I have to focus on him first. If you need a new softball uniform, then you go out and buy one for yourself. You can be in charge of it. Stop asking me to do basically everything for you.
Okay, fine then, Dad. I'll do that.
Hey, Chloe. Hope you're doing well. What are you doing today?
Oh, hey, Mom. I'm at school right now.
Oh yeah, you have school today. I'm just finishing work now, and then I'm going to come and see you.
Wait, are you for real? You're coming to see us? That's so great! I'm already looking forward to seeing you.
I haven't seen you for a while, so I decided it would be nice to pay a visit.
Thanks, Mom. I always love it when you come to see us.
You seem really happy about this. Much happier than usual. Are things going okay at home?
I'm just happy about seeing you, as I've not seen you for so long.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you too.
Mom, I wish that I could see you more often. Can't you work another job or something? I know you're a travel blogger, so you have to travel around, but I would much prefer it if you could live with us. Can't you get a job closer to home and then we get to see you more often?
Hey, Chloe. I would love to do that, but this is the only way I know how to earn money. It's also my passion, too. I wish that we could have done this as a family, but your dad changed a lot and he wanted to settle down. If I got a job closer to home, then I might not earn as much money. Life would be harder for us all. You'll just have to be patient and wait until I get home. I promise that I'll try to come home more often from now on. Is everything okay at home, by the way?
Yeah, I guess that everything is going okay. Not much has changed at all.
How about your dad and your brother? Are they doing fine too?
Yes, they're doing well, I think. The two of them seem to get along well, as always.
I hope your dad is giving you the attention that you deserve. I know he prefers your brother, but he should be nice to you too. For some reason, he always used to favor your brother, Max. Maybe it's because they're both guys or something. Either way, that's not fair on you at all.
Well, now that you put it that way, I don't think he pays attention to me or cares for me at all. He seems to focus all of his attention on Max.
Well, that's not fair at all, is it? I guess I should try to talk to him about it. I did warn him about this in the past, but he just doesn't listen, does he? He should really be treating the two of you equally.
Well, I don't think I've ever been treated equally at all. Sometimes I feel like I was adopted or something.
Chloe, are you okay? What makes you think that? I'm your mom. Don't say things like that. I love you with all my heart.
Well, I know you care about me, but you're not really ever home. Dad always treats me like I'm an inconvenience or something. I don't understand why I have to be treated so terribly by my own dad. He's always so nice to Max, making it feel even worse for me. It seems like I'm not actually a member of this family at all. I don't feel like I've done anything wrong at all either.
Chloe, I didn't know that you felt like this at all. You shouldn't worry so much. Your dad just prefers your brother a little bit, and that's all. He likes him, but that doesn't mean he doesn't care about you at all. I'm sure that he loves you as well. You'll just have to try and be a little understanding about it. He can be a little blunt and bad at showing his emotions at times.
Okay. I guess I'll try to be a little more understanding from now on.
Anyway, I'm coming home to see you soon, so that'll be nice. We can have a nice time together, and you can tell me if you're having any other problems. Is there anything you need? Anything you want me to bring for you when I come back?
Actually, there is, Mom. I have a favor that I need to ask from you. My softball uniform is starting to become too small for me, and I really need a new one. I think it's going to split in half any day now. I was told by my coach that I wouldn't be able to practice or play in games without a proper uniform. I really need a new uniform, so maybe you could help me out with that?
You're too big for your softball uniform already. Oh dear. How fast are you growing now? I'm sad I don't get to spend more time with you. I really wish I could spend more time watching you guys grow up.
I'm 4 inches taller than the last time you saw me, I think. You should come back home more often.
Wow, you really have grown up so much. I'll definitely get you your new uniform. Send me a link or tell me where I can buy it and I'll pay for it today.
Thank you, Mom. I'm really happy that you're doing this for me.
I'll be home soon. You just wait for me and don't worry too much about your dad. I'm sure that he's gonna be there for you when you really need him. He just favors Max a little because they're both guys, probably. I'm sorry I can't be there with you two, but I have to work away from home. Anyway, I'll be able to see you soon and I hope I can make it up to you.
Okay, Mom. Thanks for coming to visit. I know that you're working hard for our sake. I'll do my best to try to understand that.
Chloe, did you get some money from Mom yesterday? I saw her handing something to you.
Why are you asking me this? I don't need to answer this. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Either way, it's none of your business.
Can you try being nice to me for a change? All I did was just ask you a question. Anyway, I know that you got some money from her. I want you to give me some of it.
What? Why should I have to do that?
Well, you should listen to what I want. I am obviously the favorite child, so you need to listen to what I say.
Stop being ridiculous. I'm definitely not handing anything over to you. Mom gave me that money to use, so why should I send it to you? It's my money, and she said that I could use it for whatever I need. You always get things from Dad anyway, so you don't need my money. He'll buy you basically anything if you ask him nicely. Why do you even need the money?
I'm going out with my friends today, and I need some money. I don't have any right now because I spent everything that Dad gave to me. I think it's only right that you help your brother out when he's in need. We're siblings after all. We should have each other's backs.
When have you ever helped me out? You already get enough money from Dad, so you don't need my money too.
Are you joking? We are family, and we're supposed to help each other out when we need money. You know I'd give you money if you needed it, so why won't you give me money now?
There's no way you'd do that for me. I know that for sure. Why don't you go to Dad and ask him for some more money? I'm sure he'd be happy to help you out. He's always willing to help you out.
No, I can't do that. I've asked him for a lot recently, and I've been slacking with the gym recently. It would just lead to an argument. It's your turn to give me some money now. Hurry up and just hand some over.
No, I'm not giving you anything. Maybe you shouldn't be going out today if you don't have the money then. Why should I give money to you? I have no obligation to do so at all.
That's it. I've had enough of you. Do you want to get in trouble with Dad or not? He'd be really mad at you if he finds out that you refuse to help me out. Do you want me to tell him about this? You know that Dad basically believes anything that I say. I can make it sound like you did something terrible to me. Let's see. I could tell him that you stole money from me and that you're not giving it back. That would force you to give me some money too. I bet that he'd give you a good beating. Is that what you want? Do you really want to make Dad angry? We both know how scary he can be when he's angry.
Don't you dare try and cause trouble like that. I haven't done anything wrong at all. Why can't you just leave me alone? I don't ever do anything bad to you.
Well, you're being terrible by not handing the money over to me. Why don't you just hand over the money so we don't have to argue about this? If you don't, then I'll contact Dad right now and see what he has to say. You know that Dad prefers me to you. When has he ever taken your side? Unless you want to get into trouble, I suggest you send some money over to me. I'll pay you back sometime in the future. I have no idea when that is gonna be, but it'll happen one day. In the meantime, I need the cash to go and have fun with my friends.
I absolutely hate you. I don't understand why you would want to treat me like this. How can you threaten me like this using Dad?
Hurry up and send the money! I don't want to wait any longer. Send the money or I'm gonna contact him.
Okay, fine. I can't believe that you're really doing this. I just sent you $60. Happy now? Please just leave me alone.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, this rule applies to any money that Mom gives you in the future. You have to send me some of it. It's a nice feeling to help your brother out, isn't it? Don't you agree? Who ate the mango? Tell me who it was. It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was me. I was hungry, so I ate some of it.
What made you think you could do that? That was not for you.
What's wrong with eating some of the mango? I was really hungry, so I thought I could have some. We share everything that's in the fridge, right?
I bought that for your brother. It was for him to eat, not you. He really likes mango as it's his favorite fruit. It's also really good for his body, too. I can't believe that you would go ahead and do something this vile. If you want to eat something from the fridge like that, you should at least ask me first.
There was a lot of mangoes, so I didn't think it'd be a problem if I ate some. There's plenty left for him, isn't there? I only ate like 3 or 4 pieces.
You ate 3 or 4 pieces? Unbelievable. You're such a greedy pig, aren't you? I don't care if you were hungry. You should have asked me about this in advance. You never learn, do you?
I'm really sorry, Dad. I didn't think that it would be this big of a deal.
Why are you so hungry all of the time? You're a girl. You shouldn't be eating that much food anyway. Is this why you grew too big for your softball uniform? You're always eating. Maybe you should actually lose weight? That might help you get better at softball, you know.
I only ate a few pieces of mango. Is it really something to get this mad over? Don't you think you're overreacting to this just a little? Some young people do really bad things like taking drugs or drinking alcohol. All I did was eat some mango. Also, some of the things that you just said to me were really offensive.
Don't answer back like that. You need to shut your mouth when I'm scolding. I need to discipline you like this or you're gonna turn into a big fat pig one day. I also don't want you growing up into a thief at all.
I didn't exactly steal anything. It was in our house, so I thought it would be okay for me to eat it. I didn't realize it was specifically for my brother. I think that this is all insane. I don't think he'll mind that much anyway.
You shouldn't be eating his stuff. If you want something, then buy your own stuff. I don't know why you're trying to brush this off like you've done nothing wrong.
Oh my god, this is just so frustrating. Why do you treat me as if I'm not a member of this family? I'm your daughter, aren't I? You should at least let me eat what's in the fridge without any consequences. I feel like you always treat me like a complete outsider.
Well, you might be my child, but when the daughter gets married, you'll leave for another family. You'll have to spend all your time thinking about them. Your brother will be the one that thinks about me, so it's only natural that I put him first. Who is going to look after me when I'm old? You'll be dealing with your children and your husband's family, right? I don't want to be a poor old pensioner with no one left to look after me. If you want some attention, then go and ask your mom for it.
Nothing that you're saying makes any sense at all. I definitely still take care of you and Mom in the future. It doesn't matter if I get married. I'm your child too. Why do I have to go to Mom to be cared for and treated equally? I feel like you're discriminating against me for no reason. Is it because I'm a girl?
You'll just have to accept that you're not the most important person around here.
Why do you have to talk to me like this? I feel like I'm constantly being threatened and attacked. One day you'll regret that you treated me this way.
Why would I regret it? I still have Max. He'll do everything for me in the future. The only thing I regret is having you as my daughter in the first place.
Hey, Mom. Where are you at right now?
Oh, hey, Chloe. I am sorry, I was just having a nap. How are you, by the way?
I'm really, really happy right now. I finally got what I wanted.
You finally got what you wanted? What do you mean by that?
I finally passed the exam, and I got offered a job at one of my dream companies. I'm going to be working at a big tech company in Silicon Valley. Isn't that amazing? It's what I've dreamed of all this time. I can't believe it. All the hard work has finally paid off for me. I really wanted to tell you about this first.
Wow, Chloe. That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. I knew that you would make me proud like this. This is really great news for the whole family.
Thanks, Mom. I feel really great, and I couldn't have done it without you. You've always supported me even when I felt like I couldn't go on anymore. I don't know if I'd have gotten this far if I didn't have your support and encouragement.
I don't think it's because of me at all. It was your effort and hard work that got you to where you are right now. I only played a very minor role in what you've managed to achieve.
Mom, it really means so much to hear that from you. I feel like I had to go through so much to get to where I am right now. I think I'm gonna cry.
We should really have a party to celebrate this news. I'll let your dad and Max know about this so that we can celebrate together.
We don't need to have a party, Mom. I don't think either of them would want to see me anyway. I think that Dad doesn't have time for this anyway. I'm pretty sure that he's desperate trying to help find a job for Max. It seems like he's really struggling to find a job. I heard that he's applied to multiple different companies, but it just isn't working out so far. It sounded like he was working very hard to find a job, though.
I don't know where you heard that, but that's not what's happening at all. Max is being very lazy, and that's why he can't find a job. I know exactly what he's been doing recently. He's just been getting drunk every single day. I actually caught him a few times when I went to visit back home. I know it's hard on him right now, but he has to learn to cope with setbacks. I think that he got rejected for one job, and he's been going downhill ever since. It was just one rejection. I can't believe how mentally fragile he is. He's been getting blind drunk several times a week, and that's really not the way to go about things. Anyway, I think we should have a celebration for you as a family. Who cares about what those two think? I think that this will be some good motivation for Max to start looking for a job again. I'll find a suitable place for us to celebrate. Just you wait.
Thanks, Mom. But let's not do something too lavish. I don't want too much of a fuss about this in front of them. I really doubt that they're gonna take this well in any way.
Well, I still think that you deserve a big party after this great news. You've really done something amazing. You've made your dream come true. Don't worry what your dad and brother think about this. They might be a little bit jealous of your success, but they'll just have to deal with it. I'll find a suitable location for us and get everything ready. You just relax and enjoy your moment. Chloe, do you really have no common sense at all? You seem to be the same mistakes over and over again. Why don't you listen to me when I talk to you? What you did today is absolutely unacceptable.
Oh, hey, Dad. What do you mean by that exactly? I have no idea what you're talking about.
All this boasting about getting a good job. You're just unbelievable. Can't you be a little bit more considerate? You know that your brother Max is finding it a bit difficult to get a job right now. The last thing he needs is you showing off that you've got a nice job. Maybe you could have kept quiet about this. A little common sense would go a long way for you, you know. Maybe you could use your skills to help him get a job instead of bragging about it like this. You disgust me as a human being.
I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't really want to have a big celebration at all, but Mom insisted on this. I really suggested that we don't do anything like this, but Mom seemed to really want to celebrate this as a family. She told me that she thought it might be some good motivation for Max as well. How could I say no to her?
Well, you should have been more forceful in changing your mom's mind. What if your brother does even worse in his search for a job now? What if he can't get a job at all because you disturbed him like this? Are you really going to be able to accept responsibility for this? I'm gonna hold you responsible if he's unable to find a job after this.
Why would you blame this all on me? Me getting a job shouldn't affect his efforts to find a job himself. I think that it should actually motivate him to work a little bit harder.
Stop talking back to me like this. Anyway, I'm sure that he's gonna find a better job than you soon. There's no way a woman like you should be getting a better job than him. In the meantime, you can give some money to me to help out the family. I need some extra money to support Max right now.
Wait, did you really just ask me for money? Why do I have to hand over money to you?
Well, Max is currently trying really hard to find a job himself. He doesn't have the income to pay me money. On the other hand, you've got a job, so it's only fair that you give us some money.
Why should I help out you guys, though? Do you even know what Max has been doing with himself? I heard he isn't looking for a job at all.
What are you talking about? I think he's been sending out applications to many companies. He's also studying and preparing for interviews. He's trying and working very hard to get a job. That's why I need money from you to support us.
No, he isn't doing that at all. Do you even watch over him at all? I heard he spends all his time drinking alcohol and partying. Mom caught him a few times, and she told me about it all. I also heard that he's got a girlfriend, and he spends a lot of time with her. Why should I subsidize this kind of lifestyle? Why can't he just get a job and pay for himself? I would have thought about lending you guys money if he was actually working hard to find a job, but that's obviously not the case.
I think he's old enough to have a girlfriend. What's the problem with that? It must be a bit stressful for him right now, so I'm sure he needs some time to relax. Drinking is also a good way to calm the nerves. I think you're just trying to cause trouble and make excuses because you don't want to help out other members of the family. How selfish of you. This is why I've always hated you.
Oh my, you really can't see anything wrong with him, can you? I always get the blame and he gets away with everything. You say you hate me, and you look down on me, but you never even gave me a chance.
Oh, shut up and stop talking back to me. I hate it when this happens. You're earning money now, right? You found a job, right? You're getting your first paycheck soon, right? Are you going to give me some money or not?
No, I'm not going to give you anything. You guys don't need my money, and I'm not giving it to Max to just waste away on alcohol.
I raised you since you were a baby, and this is how you're going to treat me? The lack of respect that you seem to have for me is just abysmal. I should have just thrown you into the streets while you were still a baby.
How could you say that? You never supported me, so why should I help you now? Besides, I need the money for myself. I wasn't simply born into this world to serve you, you know. I have my own life to live, and my own living expenses to pay for. I'm not wasting my money on you guys. Hey, Mom! I have something that I want to give you.
Oh, hey, Chloe. What is it?
I just sent over $600 to you. It's a birthday present for you from me. I wasn't sure what to buy you for a gift this year, so I just thought I'd send you some money. I saw a really nice dress at the store, but I didn't know if you needed one right now. This way you can decide what's best for you. You can buy whatever you need. Maybe you could even use it as part of your funds for your next holiday.
But do you really need to send such a large amount of money to me for my birthday? You could have just bought something small, you know. There was no need for this.
Don't you worry, Mom. I can afford it now. It's the least I can do considering how much support you've given to me over the years.
You should have just bought something for yourself. There's really nothing I need. I already have everything I want.
Is there really nothing you need to use the money on? Why don't you use it to go on a little holiday? You could even take your friends with you or something. Or you could just buy some food with it. Maybe get something a little bit more expensive than usual. I hope that you can accept it.
Well, this is really kind of you, Chloe. You didn't have to do this, though. You don't need to feel the need to repay me for anything. Moms are supposed to look after their children without expecting anything back. I did everything for you because I love you and care for you.
However, if you really insist, then I can't say no to your offer. I'll gladly take the gift from you, and I'll put it to good use. You did so much for me, and this is so insignificant compared to that. If I didn't have you when I was growing up, then I don't think I would have ever survived. I didn't have a great relationship with my dad or brother, so you were basically all that I had. I couldn't ever repay you fully, even if I wanted to. I'm sorry about it the way you had to grow up. The more I think about it, the worse I feel for making you go through an upbringing like that. Why are you apologizing? It wasn't your fault at all. I know that you did what was best for me considering the job you were doing at the time. I'm still sorry about what happened. It was so hard on you. Don't worry about it. I got through it in the end, and I'm happy with the life I'm living right now. I think in the future I won't have to deal with his discrimination again, and I can be independent and look after myself. Dad actually wanted me to give him some money today, but I refused. I didn't really want to support them, especially considering that Max is turning into an alcoholic and not even looking for a job. I told him the truth about Max's current state, too. He seemed to believe that Max was seriously looking for a job right now. Wait, so he still hadn't realized the state that Max is in right now? I don't think he believed me at all, though. He seemed to think that Max was very diligently looking for a job. That's also when he started to ask me for money to support them both. That's not really right of him to be asking you that. Anyway, you shouldn't worry about them anymore. You go ahead and live your own life from now on. Yeah, I agree. Let's not worry about them for now. You should go ahead and get some nice dinner or something with the gift I gave you then. Yeah, thanks so much for this, Chloe. I'll go put it to good use.
Chloe, are you seriously playing games like this with me again? I can't believe that you're messing around with us like this. You never change, do you?
What are you talking about all of a sudden, Dad? I have no idea what this is about.
How much money did you give your mom for her birthday? Hundreds of dollars? Are you insane? You should know that I need the money.
Okay, I may have given Mom some money for her birthday, but why are you getting angry about that? It's my money and my choice.
Why are you treating her better than me? It was my birthday last month and you didn't even buy me a present or take me anywhere at all. Why did you give your mom all that money for her birthday instead? Why do you treat her better than you treat me? This just isn't fair at all. This is something that I just can't forgive you for.
Why do you say that it's not fair, though? I think that I have every right to treat you differently from Mom. That's basically what you taught me as I was growing up. You treated me so differently from my brother, so why shouldn't I do the same with you? If you want to receive some money, then ask Max, as I'm sure he'd be happy to give you some money. You spoiled him so much growing up, after all. As far as I'm concerned, he's your only child. I don't really see you as a father at this point, so I don't really feel the need for me to get you a gift.
How in the world is Max meant to give me any money? He doesn't even have a proper job yet. You should know that already. You're the one that managed to find a job, so you should be the one giving me money. We already talked about this before.
Well, he gets money from you, doesn't he? Why don't you just ask him to give you some of that money back? All he does is drink and go to parties, so I'm sure he can give you some money if he stops doing that. He doesn't really need it, and he wouldn't suffer if he gave some back to you. Also, you could try to make him actually look for a job. Then he'd be able to give you some money back. Stop trying to depend on me when you didn't do anything for me growing up.
How dare you talk back to me like that? Why are you talking so badly about Max? It seems to me like you really don't like him or something. You're always trying to cause trouble, and now you're trying to seek revenge for some reason.
Revenge? Does it look like I'm trying to get revenge? Why would I do that? I'm not that kind of person at all. I have no reason to seek revenge. I'm just being honest about the whole situation here.
Actually, it does look like you're trying to get revenge very much. Everything that you say and do to me seems like you're trying to get back at me. You don't treat me very well at all, and then you also seem to be looking down on Max for some reason. I can't believe you would give your mom some money and then not give anything to me. Think of all the things I've done for you, and this is how you repay me? I've raised you as your dad this entire time. It's really not fair, is it? You shouldn't treat us differently as we are both your mom and dad. I've always tried my best to give you everything you wanted, even when it was really hard for me. You could at least give me some money now that you have some. In most people's families, if your dad was in need, then the daughter would do everything in her power to help. You, on the other hand, do nothing for me at all. You're so selfish, it's actually unbelievable. One of my friends went shopping with her daughter recently. The daughter bought him a lot of stuff, and she supports him financially as well. It was a nice way to say thank you for everything that my friend had done for the daughter whilst she was growing up. I wish you'd be a bit more considerate to me.
What are you talking about? Are you serious about what you just said to me? Do you seriously think that you took good care of me as I was growing up? I felt like you were treating me like an outsider, and you favored Max in pretty much every single way possible. Now I'm a grown woman. I have to put myself first. I'm finally independent, and I don't have to depend on you anymore. I don't understand why you're trying to force me to send you money when you've never done anything for me in the past. You've always done the bare minimum for me, and never anything more. Why should I treat you to anything now I have money myself? Life is about give and take, and if you don't give, then you also have no right to take. What do you think is worse? Me not giving you some money now, or the way you treated me growing up? I think the answer is very clear.
Wow, so that's how you're gonna be then. Okay, I get it. Amy, I've had enough already. We need to talk.
What is it, Patrick? You wanted to talk to me about something? Why are you texting me like this all of a sudden?
I've had enough of you and our daughter already. I can't take it anymore. She's unbearable. I hate the attitude that she's been showing to me recently.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Did something happen between you guys?
Yeah, something did happen. She makes me sick. She managed to get a good job and she's earning a lot of money now. She's living a really great life, but she won't do anything for me in return. She treats me like we're not even family members at this point. She doesn't give me any money or do anything to thank me for all the things I've done for her. You think that's acceptable? I feel like the way she's been acting is terrible, and I think that she needs to be punished for it. She gives money to you, so it's not as if she hasn't got any. However, she doesn't choose to do anything for me for some reason. I even asked her directly about it, and she just said no. She said that I didn't deserve to get any money from her or something.
Well, I think she does kind of have a point. You two never got along that well, so maybe it's only natural that she doesn't want to give you any money now. Can you really blame her? I mean, even I could kind of see that you favored Max some.
Whatever the reason is, I can't take it anymore. I'm leaving you both. You both annoy me so much. I want to cut ties with both of you from now on. You can spend your life with her, and I will take care of my proud son Max from now on. We can split up and be two different families from now on. I think that this is going to be the best solution. We are getting divorced as soon as possible. I can't stand my life with you anymore. You don't earn enough money, and I don't want the stress and struggle anymore. From now on, I'll be going my own way in life.
If that's the way you want it to be, then that's fine by me. I was planning to have a conversation like this with you in the near future anyway. I disagree with many things that you did and said. If I'm being honest, I can't stand you anymore either.
Great! I'm glad we think the same way then.
Hey, Max. How are you?
I'm really busy right now, so can't you contact me later?
What are you busy doing? Are you preparing for an interview or something? I know you've had a lot of trouble lately, but I just wanted to tell you that I believe in you. I know that one day you'll get a great job and make Dad so happy. I just thought I should tell you this, as I might be a little distant from you guys from now on.
I'm busy, so that's all you need to know. Stop trying to be so nosy like that. Why do you need to ask so many questions all the time? Just leave me alone if you have nothing important to say to me.
I haven't spoken to you in so long, so I thought I'd see what you were doing.
Well, I'm busy playing a game, so just leave me alone.
Hello, I'm trying to speak to someone about the owner of this mobile phone. Hello? Who is this? How did you get my dad's phone?
Oh, so you must be this person's child. I'm sorry, but I have something that I need to tell you.
I'm really confused. Just what's going on?
There's been an accident, and your dad is currently in the emergency room. We are looking for someone to come here and help him. We tried contacting his wife and son, but they didn't reply to the messages at all. We tried over and over again, but nothing came from it.
What happened to my dad? Is he okay?
We're not completely sure yet. He lost consciousness all of a sudden, and the ambulance was called to come save him. He was found by a member of the public and brought to the hospital. We are currently doing some tests to try and find out what is wrong with him. It doesn't seem to be anything serious, but we should do a full body exam just to make sure. Our preliminary assessment showed that he was severely dehydrated. If you come to the hospital, then by the time you get here, the test results may have come through. We'll have a better understanding of what's wrong with him after that.
I'll get there as soon as I can then. Where is the hospital?
It's St. Central Hospital. Do you know the place?
Yeah, I know where that is. I'll come as soon as possible then. Thanks for going out of your way to let me know about this.
Hey, Chloe. I heard about the news. Is it true that he has cancer?
That's right, Mom. Just try not to think about it too much. I know that you guys were planning on parting ways anyway. You just relax and leave this to me.
Chloe, what in the world happened to Dad? Does he really have cancer now? You're definitely going to take care of him and pay for all of his medical bills, right?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but yes, he does.
I asked if you were going to help pay for his medical bills and take care of him. Just answer what I'm asking you to do. I can't do any of it myself, so I think you should do it in my place.
Oh, so now you're trying to rub all of these responsibilities onto me? You're just unbelievable, aren't you? You've basically done nothing correct in your life. I guess this is the result of you being spoiled as the favorite child by Dad. Of course you wouldn't be able to help in a time like this. You useless idiot.
What did you just say to me? I've achieved so much in my life, so you shouldn't be saying that to me. Also, why in the world are you calling me useless? You need to show more respect to me as I'm your brother.
I'm just telling you the truth, whether you like to admit it or not. Dad is very sick, and you're trying to do absolutely nothing about it at all. You're a grown-up, and you still act like a spoiled brat that you've always been. Why should I be the one helping him, when all he did to me growing up was treat me like a complete outsider?
It doesn't matter how he treated you. He's still your dad. Well, I would try to help Dad out if there was anything I could do. But right now, I'm not in a great position to be doing that. Anyhow, I'm sure you can deal with all this mess for now.
When will you ever be in a good position to help Dad then? It honestly doesn't feel like that day is ever gonna come at this rate. Tell me when that's gonna be if it's ever gonna happen. Maybe it's about time you stop playing computer games and going to parties all the time. You should actually make better use of your time by actually looking for a goddamn job.
Oh, stop trying to boss me around like that. Someone is going to have to pay a lot of money for Dad's medical bills. You know that, right? You should definitely be the one to do it.
Do you not have any feeling of responsibility at all? Do you not even care about your own dad? He raised you since you were young, and now that he's got cancer, you're not going to do anything to help him? He basically gave you everything that you could have ever wanted. You ungrateful brat.
Stop accusing me of being ungrateful. You know I'd help if I was in the position to do so. I just don't really have the time at the moment.
Oh, here you go with your excuses again. You just don't seem to care for him at all, do you? You're not even going to spend any money or go to the hospital to visit your own dad. You're just going to sit there drinking and playing games in your room all day. What kind of a person are you? Clearly not someone with a caring heart. I'm just done with you. You disgust me.
Chloe, did you speak with the doctor about my health conditions?
Yes, I spoke with the doctor, and they told me that you had cancer. I'm really sorry to hear this. It must be pretty difficult for you.
Yeah, this is absolutely horrendous. I never thought I would end up like this one day. It didn't even cross my mind that I could get a terminal illness like this. However, I'm so glad that you're here to help me. I definitely wouldn't have been able to afford all the medical bills myself. Hurry up and go pay the hospital for me. I'm gonna need a bunch of extra money to spend to cheer myself up as well.
What did you just say? You're not serious about what you just said, are you?
Of course I'm dead serious. I have cancer now, so you must be really worried for me. I'm sure you're going to do your best to help me out here. I know I can rely on you. You're my daughter, after all.
What makes you think I'm going to help you? I do feel sorry about the situation that you're in, but I haven't forgotten about the treatment that I've received from you in the past.
What do you mean? Of course you're going to help me, aren't you? You're making it sound like you don't want to help or something. You must be really concerned for me. I'm your dad, after all.
Why would I be concerned? I come to see how you were doing, as nobody else seemed to be willing to check up on you. We've gone our separate ways now, though. Don't you remember? You're the one that told Mom that you wanted a divorce from her, and that you wanted to cut ties with both of us.
She told you about that? Well, I don't feel that way anymore. I'm your dad, so it's the natural order of things that you help me out now that I'm sick. You are going to do that, aren't you? You are going to pay for my medical bills at the least, right?
Actually, I don't see you as my dad anymore, so there's really no need for me to do anything for you. Ever since you asked to cut ties with us, we went our separate ways, so we are no longer part of the same family. There's no obligation for me or Mom to help you out. The only person that you should be depending on is your treasured son, Max. He's the one that you didn't decide to cut ties with after all.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're not serious about what you just said, are you? You can't just get rid of people like that. We're related by blood, so we're gonna be family to each other no matter what. You have to support me in my time of need.
I don't see it that way at all. In my opinion, I have no reason to care about you. You walked out on us, and that's the end of it. Our connection was broken, and it won't be restored just because of this illness. You can't try to depend on me after you said that you wanted to cut ties with me. It doesn't work like that.
Wait, but I need someone to pay for my medical bills, and you're my daughter. It just makes the most sense for you to pay it for me. I know you'll do it for me. Who else is going to pay for it if you don't? I need to get treatment, or it's just gonna get even worse for me. You have a really good job, too. You can afford it all with no problem. I tried talking with your brother Max and your mom about this, but they won't even answer my calls. I'm sure they're busy, and that's why they're unable to answer me. I know they'd help me if they had the time. That's why I'm asking you for help. It's so lonely here in this hospital, and there's no one to visit me. It's just me on my own. How can I go on like this? I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand this anymore. What have I done to deserve to be left here alone like this? If I apologize to you, will it make it better? Would you be willing to help me out if I did that?
Do you really think that an apology could make it better? The fact that you're even asking if you should apologize to me is annoying.
I'm so sorry about what happened in the past. I made some mistakes, and I want to let you know that I'm really sorry about it all. You'll always be my daughter, and I'll never forget that. I do admit that I might have favored Max a little more at times, and I was wrong to do that.
Sorry, but it's already way too late for apologies like that. When you cut ties with us, that was the end of it, and there is no turning back. I have no intention of accepting your apology. I also have no intention of paying your medical bills either. You'll have to find some other way to fund your healthcare. Don't contact me or Mom ever again. We're both done with dealing with you.
Wait, don't go yet. Chloe, you can't just leave me like this. I'm just so sorry. I have no idea what else to say to you.
Saying sorry is not going to do anything, as you've already thrown away what we once had. There is nothing to discuss, so don't talk to me ever again. My mom and dad ended up going through with a divorce, and they never saw or talked to each other ever again. It didn't matter that dad had cancer. Neither me or Mom wanted to have anything to do with him at this point. I heard that Patrick was unable to pay the treatment fees, and he kind of forced himself out of the hospital. After he returned home, He was met by Max, who was drunk and playing games on his PC. He didn't seem to be worried about his father at all. Patrick had always been nice to Max. However, this time he just couldn't hold his anger down anymore. He started scolding Max, screaming at him to go find a job and help him pay his medical bills and living costs. However, Max decided to argue back and they got into a huge fight. They started hitting each other. However, Patrick's body had become weak because of the sickness, and he was knocked down onto the floor by Max. Max decided to leave his dad on the floor and just walked out the house drunk and bleeding. He was never seen again in the neighborhood. However, I did hear that the police were searching for him for what he had done. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in prison right now, actually. Either way, it didn't matter to me. Patrick was in a lot of pain, and he barely managed to call the ambulance before passing out. This time around, he was sent to a special care hospital, where he would not be allowed to leave due to the severity of his condition. He's gonna be all alone, and in so much debt by the time he manages to get out. Well, if he does ever manage to get out. Thanks for watching! If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.